Hey everybody, what's up? So recently I turned 30 years old, 30, which I know like if you guys were anything like me, it was something like I was dreading basically since I turned, like 23, 24, and especially like once I crossed over 25, I really just started dreading it. And anyway, I just figured I would like sit down, this is going to be like a rant video, but I figured I would just like prompt this AI here. I wrote this prompt out and I just want to see what it says. I basically asked it to give me the most important things to do or achieve by the time you're 30, and let's just see what it says here. It's okay. Education and career. Develop a strong skill set. Like, I definitely didn't do this. I do not have a degree. I don't have a certification. Like, I don't have like any of this. I basically like floundered around in my 20s and just like I don't have really, unfortunately, like I don't really have like I have like some skills, but they're not like marketable. You know what I mean? They're not like I could go get a job with the skills that I have. And I just spent so much goddamn time in college. Um, which like most of that was just a fucking waste, dude. If I could go back and do everything over, I would probably not even go to college in the first place once I'm out of high school because I had no fucking idea what I wanted to do at all. Like, no idea. I basically just went to college because, like, the college that I ended up going to straight out of high school, I just went there because my friends were going there. That's literally the only reason. I had like no idea what I wanted to study. My parents were like really pushing me to do it, so I just went. Um, I'll make like a whole nother video, like more in depth of like how my first years in college went. Like my first like semester grade wise was actually like pretty good, but after that it was just like I had no idea what I was doing. And if I could do it all over again, I would probably either not go or go for like a year or two. And then after that, go straight into a trade, or like go like get a certification, become like a truck driver, like something, like something that I could at least put up with and make money while I'm young. Because if I was like 23, 24 and I could make like 50K, dude, the difference between making like 50K a year from when you're 23 to 30 versus just making like minimum wage till 30 is such a huge difference. Like, don't let these online influencer people who are like, oh, just, starting your own business, grinding out, hustle, hustle. Like, the only way forward is to like work for yourself, which I like partially agree with. But like, dude, having a legit job that pays 50, 60 grand a year, that is like life changing compared to working minimum wage. Don't let people tell you that it's not. I know that making 50, 60K a year isn't like probably anybody's dream job, but dude, the difference between that and just like literally wage slaving is big. When you're so young, compound interest, that's like the best decade you have to invest. I don't have the exact numbers. I could maybe pull it up. So yeah, dude, this is just like I don't know. Cause I don't know, there's certain days, where today's one of those days where I'm just like, dude, I just hate my job, dude. I hate my job so fucking much. Like, I'm so sick of it. I just want to do something else and I just like can't. It fucking sucks. At least if I was like an electrician or a fucking plumber or something. And I don't know, at least with those jobs, like you're doing something that's like so essential. You're helping someone out like directly, um, versus just like working some shitty online job, customer service, whatever you're doing online, you just feel like what you're doing doesn't even fucking matter, and it's like doesn't interest me whatsoever either. So there's that. Okay, let's keep going here. Personal growth. Discover your values and passions. I know a lot of this AI stuff, by the way, is just like fucking cope. It's like programmed to be copium a lot of the times, depending on what it is. Discover your values and passions, build healthy relationships. Yeah, I basically have like, I have my family, I have my girlfriend, but other than that, dude, I have like basically one or two like good friends, and besides that, I don't have fucking like anybody, you know? Develop emotional intelligence. I've just had this all my life. I've never had to like, at least in the sense of like being able to tell what other people are thinking and feeling. I'm just like, I think I'm pretty good at that. But yeah, finding your values and passions. Values is like everybody know, how can you not know your values, but your passions? Just like how are you supposed to find what you're passionate about, really? Just take time off. It's like, oh, go out in the world and work. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go work at fucking Walmart or a gas station, like hating my life, because how could you enjoy that, right? And oh, you're gonna find what you like to do. Like how, dude? How is working at some shit job? Maybe if it's something unique, like you're working at, I don't know, like a fishing shop in the middle of nowhere, like you'll get some exposure to like, I don't know, a different way of life. You're out in the sticks, you're out in the woods, rural, around you meet like a different type of person. They're doing like an outdoor activity, you'll like learn about life. But if you're just working at fucking corporate drone something, Walmart or McDonald's, or like you're not getting experiences at all. You're just wage slaving your life away. Um, I don't know, like what helped me kind of find like what I'm quote unquote passionate about is just like, I don't know, pretty much just consuming content and finding like topics that I'm interested in. This job is like go out and work a fucking job to find what you're passionate about. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Financial literacy, I'm definitely better at that than I was, but it's just like the problem, like my number one problem, I feel like in my life, just in general, is just consistency. Because, like, really, I've never really found anything that I like enough to. Because some days my job is like, oh, yeah, I can just wake up and. So right now, I have a job that I work online, right? And I know, like, how many hours I need to work every day to pay the bills and have everything paid for and like save a little, right? Like I know the number of hours that is, right? And some days I can wake up and just do that and you do like more than that even. Um, no problem. It's just really easy. But there eventually comes a day, like every single week, where I'm like, I know I need to work today and I just like fucking don't want to do it. I'm sick of it. I'm not interested. It's so boring. I'm not like, I don't want to fucking do it at all. And I just have to sit here at my fucking laptop. And if it was only like that, like once a month, that would be one thing. But it's like that, like every week. And it's not like a normal job either where, this is all like contracted, like show up, work when you want kind of thing. And it's not like, oh, I have to go to work. Otherwise I'm going to like lose my job. Right. Cause I had days like that too, back when I was working in person, um, delivery driver job. I had days like that. Some days were really easy, like I just said. I mean, some days were like, dude, I don't want to fucking go. I don't want to do anything. And I would just bitch all day and like hate it all day. I'd come home. But like with that, you got to go to work and you got to go. And I almost quit a fucking lot of times with that shit too. Cause I don't know. I just had days where it's like, I don't want to fucking go do this shit, dude. I just did it. Bunch of days in the road, it's fucking cold or it's fucking really hot. I'm out in the elements and, at least, I don't know. I don't know where I'm fucking going with this video. I'm just ranting. If I could somehow like cut down the number of hours I have to work, um, like if I could just make like $300, $400 a month doing something else that I find more enjoyable, like anything, if it was a different job, that's cool. Or if it was like, something on the internet, that'd be cool. I'm just so sick of it. And it's so brain dead work. Like the work is so brain dead. I'm not interested in it at all. I'm not learning anything. I'm not progressing in any way. It's just, I think that's the biggest thing that like young people bitch about now in today's world. I want to have a job where I'm like, where there's like even like a little bit of sense of progression, Um, because again, like if you're just working at Walmart, like the only way that that's helping you is that you can put it on a resume. It's not like you're gaining skills or you're getting better at something. No, you're just like trading your time for money and that's fucking it. Because that's basically what happened to me today. I was like, I don't know, I'm at the point where it's like I'd rather pay my shit on fucking credit than keep working doing what I'm doing because I just hate my fucking, like I really don't fucking understand how people can work a 9 to 5 for like years and years and years and hate their job. I don't know how the fuck people do that. Like I would go insane, dude. Like actually fucking insane. I'd rather like if I was like single, and didn't have anybody relying on me, which I don't like right now, like I have my girlfriend and she's like reliant on me for money right now, but it's like a totally different situation if you're married, and have kids and stuff. Like then I kind of get it. And even then that's still like, I'd be like searching out any possible alternative. Um, but if it was just me and I'm single and I'm working, like out of college, whatever, get my first job, like office joining it, and I just fucking hate that shit. Like, dude, I would rather go be, I don't know, go get some like shitty paying like summer job where I'm like a kayak tour guide or something, like something fun that I actually enjoyed than like 9 to 5 it and just like I was like a pretty good paycheck, but hate my job, I can do things that I hate for every now and then, and I got to do it 6 days a week is like what I'm doing right now. It's just like I'm so sick of it. Um, Anyway, what else does it say? Basic life skills, cooking, cleaning, general self-sufficiency are important for taking care of yourself and living independently. Like, like everybody I know has like some level of this. I know some people though who just have fucking none of this, dude. Like, another thing, does anybody our age or younger, did anyone really teach you how to cook? Seriously. Like, I think, like, I wish my parents basically taught me how to cook when I was younger, because once I went off on my own, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe I'm the odd one out here and everybody else, like, at least taught, obviously know how to cook basic shit. But to make like a proper meal, I didn't really know how to do that. And I just had to like learn that, that's why so many of these fucking young people spend so much money eating out, because they don't know how to cook, dude. They don't actually know how to cook. No one taught them. No one showed them, hey, this is how you make a recipe. Hey, this is how you like cook, chicken in the oven. Like I never did that shit before I was out on my own. Cleaning, yeah. General self-sufficiency, yeah, okay. But with the cooking, like I really do think that's why, like no one teaches Gen Zers or their kids, no one teaches their kids how to cook anymore. That's why all these like 20-something girls don't know how to cook, because they never learned either. And all, of course, like the whole like boss babe, I'm not doing that, all that, right? Of course, but like no one taught them. Um, Travel and explore. This is like the one thing I've done fun here. I thought I typed this in before. Like I had this idea for a video and I typed this in like, I don't know, weeks ago, and I got like a much better response than this of different things I could go through. But, this is the one that I have done. I'm like traveling extensively. This is the, the one thing I've done, and I definitely recommend it for like anybody who's just stuck in the U.S. Like I'm so fucking glad I did leave the U.S. honestly, and I'm like doing this, and it's just that I'm like fucking surgically attached to my laptop, because it's like I work online, then I do school online, and I like got to study my Spanish. I do like that online. And then when I need to look up places to go, I'm going to a new city, this and that, I got to look up all that. Like that shit takes time to do also. It's not just, oh, I'm just going to arrive and not know anything and not research anything, right? Um, it is kind of like the grass is always greener on the other side, because when I had my in-person job, my delivery driver job, I was like, holy fuck, I can't wait to quit this shit. And on my last day, I was like, fuck yeah, never going back to that shit, But now sometimes I'm like, god damn, I wish I could just get out, if I could have my same route that I had, my same, like I knew where everything was, and just go snap my fingers and just for the day and then come back and be in Latin America again. I would definitely do that like twice a week. That'd be great, just to get out and go do something like that. But anyway, the age pill is just so brutal, though. It really is. When I was in my early 20s, I thought, oh, by the time I'm 30, like I'll definitely be like a millionaire. I'll have like at least $1 million. Um, I'm just like behind in life pretty much. And during college, I had this huge cope of like, oh, I'm getting a STEM degree, so I'll just graduate with that, and I'm like definitely going to get a job, which isn't true nowadays. It might have been back then when I was actually in school, though. Like fucking, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. It might have been true, but now the tech market is fucked. But I don't know. I just told myself like, oh, I'll just get my degree, I'll get a job right away. That was like cope number one, and then I was like, and I'll just like outwork everybody else and just like work really hard because like I'm smart and I'll just apply myself and I'll be able to just make more money. And like, dude, I had like no idea of like what the day to day would actually look like. I'm not even ready to go dedicate that much of my time to pretty much making somebody else rich. That is what it is. I'm sorry. Like that is what working for a company is. You are selling, like somebody is taking your labor and paying you a fraction of what your labor is worth. That's what working for a company is. They're like outsourcing your labor and paying you for part of what their client gives them for it. So like you're by definition being paid like less than what the value of your work is worth. But it's just I don't know. Yeah, I would like to work for myself and stuff. But yeah, it's just I was just coping and the age pill just is so brutal. It's so brutal, dude. I don't know. Even when I was like 25, 26, I wish I had chosen something like something that I was so interested in. Like I think being an electrician would be cool. Like I'd be interested in it. The work would be like they take it or leave it, basically is how I feel about it. But at least like doing and getting into something like that at 25, 26, 27, because dude, the years just fucking passed me by. Like I was in school pretty much from 18 until like my last year I was in school, I was, 26. And then I left school pretty much because I had to go to military training. I did my military training, came back from that. Um, my drinking got like really bad, out of control, had to like move back in with my parents. And then I just like worked to pay off my debt. And like now I am where I am. So yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. I listened to like DBDR and he's like, oh, dude, I'm 23. Like, it's fucking over. And like, I get it, dude, because the worst year of my life, the worst fucking year of my life, when I was a sophomore in college, I had like, I switched universities after my first one. I was in a different school in a different city. And I just knew fucking nobody, dude. Like, I was 19 years old, had zero friends. I was just, heartbroken from my first like real girlfriend from high school. And like everybody else that I knew, like, I don't know, I was so young and that was like all my life was. Like, all I knew, like, DDR just made a video on how like suffering is relative, right? Which is so fucking true. Um, because like, I don't know, somebody who's like, in my position now or 35 who's going to look at somebody who's 19 and just be like, oh, like, you're so sad because why your girlfriend broke up with you and you're not like Mr. Popular in school. Like, oh, what a hard life, dude. But like, you have to put yourself in the shoes of that person. Like, that is their life, dude. They are a college student. That's all they know. They don't know the like outside world. It's like, this is what I'm doing with my life. I'm a college student. I'm going to school. I'm studying, like, be social, meet people, go to parties, like, fuck girls, right? Like, that's like your life as a 19-year-old kid. And if you're not doing that, like, you're like, what the fuck, Because what the fuck else are you going to do? Drop out of school and go get some shitty job, and like then you're going to even feel more terrible about yourself, right? But yeah, I hear DBDR talking about, I'm 23, like, dude, like, that is the exact time to like get something started, get something started that you're not going to hate, that you have like somewhat of an interest in, or that you can just like tolerate for a long time, because honestly, I wish so hard that, I had started like anything. Let's see what else this can get me. Okay, give me 5 other things that would be appropriate on the list. Health and wellness is another thing. I didn't talk about this, like, in terms of like working out and getting shredded and shit. I never had any influences that told me like, hey, you should go work out, like, go build muscle. Like, my dad was not like that when he was younger. Yeah, like, sure. But, I had no one in my life who went to the gym. I didn't play like any of the sports that required you to like be in the gym all the time, like football. I didn't do that. It just wasn't like, I looked at people who did that when I was younger, and I just thought, like, when I was in high school, I looked at people who like, I just didn't get it, It's like, what's the point? Like, I don't know. I do think kids today, like, there's people who are like 17, 16, 15 years old who are like black belt and like understand this shit. Dude, when I was like that age, I didn't know like fucking anything, seriously. Um, and I think that's just because the internet is so much like more, I don't know, it's everywhere now, and people talk about like everything on the internet now. And back in like those days, I couldn't find information like that. I just didn't understand it. I was like, why are you like, what? Okay, so I didn't understand that like working out can like get you more girls. I really didn't understand that. I didn't really think that I didn't think it was important to girls. I didn't think that girls really cared. Like, I didn't think girls like really even noticed or like, found like a difference between like a guy who works out and a guy who doesn't. Like I was so delusional, dude. Like I didn't know what the fuck, um, reality was. Okay, there's a bunch of other just like bullshit on here pretty much. But yeah, I never like got in shape either. And, I did during the military, but like not super well. I was just doing like body exercises all the time. And I did like gain definitely like, so pretty much my entire life, I weighed like 130 pounds. From the time I was, I don't know, 18 or younger to before the military, I weighed like 130, 135 at like the max. And after I got out of the military, I think I weighed like, I don't know, like 160, maybe like 162. And now pretty much I like never drop below 150 ever. So I like definitely gained permanent, I don't know, I guess probably like a base of muscle from all that shit. But honestly, I didn't even really take fitness seriously. Like I went to the gym consistently for, I don't know, when I got out of the military, all I wanted to do was just chill for a little bit. And then after that, I went to the gym consistently for, I don't know, like 2 months. And then my drinking got really bad and that just like went down the drain. And I don't know, I've never had a period in my life really where I've really, really, really been consistent with like going to the gym all the time, every day. People are, it's a way of life. Like it's a chore. Let's call it what it is. It's a chore. Like everybody knows that. It's not like so terrible or anything. I'd rather go to the gym than do a lot of other things. But so for context, like I didn't really get serious about going to the gym, like being in shape pretty much like right before I joined the military because, um, I didn't internalize, I guess, the, um, the red pill until recently, like the black pill stuff. And that's just like the consistency for me. There just comes a day where it's like, yeah, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. And it's just like, dude, like, how do I fucking explain this? There comes a day where I'm just like, I'll do it for however many days, but one of those days, there's going to be a day that comes and I'm just going to be like, I don't know, like distracted by something else, like thinking about something else. Um, yeah, like thinking about something else, planning something else, doing something else. Like, I don't know, when I'm like focused on something, I'm like really hyper focused on it. I like don't want to change my attention out of that to like anything else. I just want to like do whatever I'm fucking doing, even if it takes me like 6 hours. I just want to like do what I'm doing and finish it and get it done so I don't have to fucking worry about it anymore. So like when I'm in that like mindset, it's like really hard for me to just like break out of it, like whatever. Oh, I'm just gonna leave that like unfinished so I can like go, lift weights for an hour or whatever. Um, I don't know. I'm just in my head a lot. But anyway, yeah. But I have this picture of myself when I was, I think, 24 or 25. It's on my driver's license the day I turned 24 or 25. And I look at that picture and I'm like, dude, if I was like jacked and ripped and in shape in that picture, if that was me plus like working out and I was in really good shape, I would have been like a legit Chad. I swear to God. And I don't know, dude. I just like at that time, I didn't have any influence of like, anybody telling me like you should go get in shape. It's going to change your life. Like, this is how it's good for you. This is how women are going to treat you. Girls love it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't have anybody in my life that, I just didn't have any influences that were athletic, really. Um, then again, I just like didn't fucking hang out with people. So I don't know, man. Um, the couple people that I was close to, like one was complete opposite of athletic, and the other one was like pseudo kind of athletic, like kind of pretended to be. I like went to the gym with him a couple times, but he kind of like look at him and think like, oh wow, he's in really good shape. He's just like normie. He's not like gym maxed even. He's just like kind of sometimes goes to the gym sort of thing. Um, so yeah, those were like my influences, like my friends that I had at the time. It's just like, oh, just get better friends, bro. Like hang out with people who have goals and, are trying to build themselves into something better. It's like, yeah, dude, like fucking easier said than done. One, to like meet those people, like find those people, and then like two, like actually become friends with those people in a college environment where everybody is like super hyper aware of the social hierarchy. Let's put it that way. Um, if they don't think that you're cool and you're gonna like be a benefit to them or make them look good, people aren't fucking interested in being your friend, dude. College is like, I will make entire videos on like how the social mob that goes on in the college environment is through the roof. But is that going to be it? I don't know. Nobody in college, especially girls, want others to see that they're like friends with a loser. Definitely, they do not want that, right? Um, yeah, dude, the time pill is just so fucking brutal. Like, the biggest advice I can give is to, like, the big one for me is professionally, like, get something started, um, while you're young. Just the financial aspect of it, dude. I'm just gonna fucking pull it up. I'll pull it up right now. I'm gonna fucking pull it up. Okay, I'm looking at the document right now, and so $1 every dollar that you invest at 20 will be worth $88.35 at 65, right? And then at 30, every dollar that you invest is only $23.06 at 65. So less than half, more than a quarter, but that's like way less. And then at 40, 40's not even on here. Like, basically it's fucking over at 40. 35, it's only worth $12.69. So like, just from that aspect, like, get something fucking started in like as soon as possible, basically, because pretty much everybody in college, like, there's very few people in college that I saw who like truly had a passion for, or like, I don't know, they told me what their major was and I was like, oh yeah, like obviously that makes sense. For most people, it was just like they're doing it just because like society tells them to do it, and they like don't know what the fuck else they're gonna do with their life, and they want to like, you know, have the college experience and like make friends, and they want an extension from high school basically, but like a more, you know, mature, semi-mature, like grown-up version of it, right? That's like what college is. So, so yeah, do that. And, you know, time pill is fucking brutal. It never stops. You know, time stops for no man, all that shit. And oh, that's another thing I wanted to say. You know, when I was like 18, I looked at somebody who was like 22 and I was like, whoa, like you're so grown up, or like, you know, you're in like a different life stage than me. Um, and like someone who was 30 when I was 18, I was like, you're in like another universe. And even when I was like in my, you know, 22, 23, 24, I looked at somebody who was like 30 and I was like, oh yeah, you know, you kind of are like in a different life stage, and it wasn't as far, but I still felt like you're like different than me, you know? Um, and when I saw people who were like 40 when I was like mid 20s, I was like, dude, you're from like a different generation, blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm 30, I look at somebody who's 40 and I'm like, that's me in 10 years. That's fucking crazy. That shit is fucking crazy, because every single year that passes gets faster. Because when you're a kid, a year is like, when you're two, a year is 50% of your life, you know? I could even tell the difference when I was like 23, 24 versus 27, 28, 29. Like, those years went so fast. And now, dude, like 2024 is half over, basically. Like, holy shit. Um, but there's like less of a difference in older people than I thought there was. And I don't just say that because I am like behind in life financially and like professionally. It's just that I thought people who are older would be a lot different than they actually are, you know? Um, I see myself at 30 and I'm like, yeah, I'm different than I was at like 20, or I'm definitely different than I was when I was a teenager, but like not completely, you know what I mean? It's like less of a percentage than I thought it would be. And same thing for like early 20s. I'm like less different now than I thought I would be. But yeah, I definitely thought my life would be different than it is right now. It's just, it's like my fault, you know, a lot of it. But also, I don't know, I could have like used some like good influences and like some direction, and like somebody like sitting down and telling me, like somebody I respect, you know, sitting down and telling me, yo, like, get this shit started. You're like 25, dude. You need to like get your life on the tracks and like pick something, you know, like I said fucking 4 times in this video, pick something that you like can tolerate, that you can do for a long time, and just like do that for, you know, a while. Because like in college, I felt like choosing a major is so hard. It's gonna, you know, that's gonna be my job for the rest of my life. Like, that's what I always felt like. And it was so hard to like, you know, that's not how life is. It's really not. And yeah, dude, I don't know. I think that's it for this video though. I'm just like all over the place, but I think I got out like everything I wanted to say. So anyway, if you liked the video, if you could leave a like and like subscribe and all that stuff, that'd be cool. But anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.